this afternoon here on ABC Radio Brisbane. I can't wait to introduce you to them, but I want you to think about organisations that are worldwide, that are really popular. This particular organisation has more than 50 million members all over the world. In Queensland, about 15,000 people are involved. Have you figured out what I'm talking about yet? If you've been listening since 3, you'll know. I am talking about Scouts. Queensland has all kinds of Scouts reflecting all kinds of Queenslanders. Producer of this program, Robbie Minshall, has found a couple of patrol leaders in this library, Robbie.
I have. First, well, they're all related. So we've got Samira, we've got Anissa, we've got Samira, and we've got Osman. But first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Anissa.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to the library. Welcome to ABC Radio Brisbane. Tell me, first of all, why did you join the Scouts?
Because it's fun and it has a lot of fun things.
And you learn some things as well. What do you learn at the Scouts?
How to go camping and make fire if you're alone, and how to work a compass.
Oh, these are skills that I don't really possess. And how old are you?
I'm 9.
You're 9 and you know more about camping than I do, and I'm 33, so I could learn a thing or 3 from you. If I came along to Scouts, do you reckon I'd be able to pick up skills like that?
Yes.
How long would it take me to learn? How long have you been a member of Scouts?
2 years.
2 years. So maybe by the time I'm 35, I'll be able to pick up a couple of skills. Of course, you are a patrol leader with this very special Scout group, a Scout group that kicked off in Logan last year. Farrah Scott is the founder of your Scout group. It is the Muslim Crescent Scout group. Farrah, it sounds like you have some pretty smart Scouts with you. You've been going a year. Why did you get started?
We were looking for something. A lot of parents were saying they're really frustrated. There wasn't much for their kids to do. They wanted to get them out of the house, off the iPads, get them active, get back to our childhood. We're out and about and playing and mucking around. And they said, we should start something like Scouts. And I thought, well, why start something like Scouts? Why not join, start our own, unique Scout group where instead of reinventing the wheel, as to say, we can take advantage of that amazing 100 years of resources that the Scouts already have to benefit the young people.
Now, tell us about the Muslim Crescent Scout group. Do you welcome non-Muslim members as well?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody is welcome. Yep.
And what does it mean to be a member of a predominantly Muslim Scout group?
It's not a huge difference to the other Scout groups. We do all the same activities. We have the same ideals and programs. Just when we run programs, they might be just a little bit more culturally sensitive to the needs of the Muslim community, allowing, their traditions, their eating customs and that to be considered in all the programs compared to a general Scouting group.
Now, you started in about March last year. You're coming up to your 1-year anniversary.
Yes,
aren't you?
yes.
Of course, March last year was about the time when the world had to sort of stop everything because COVID-19 came along. How did that affect things, Farrah?
It made it very difficult because as a new Scout group, then, our Scouts were new, our leaders were new, so we were just learning what to do, and then we were thrown into the new environment of we couldn't take advantage of the existing Scout programs and way of doing things in person. It had to be reinvented it became called Scouting at Home, and which Scouting was done online, so that was a real struggle for us to get around not only running Scout programs, but how to do it virtually online, not in person.
What a steep learning curve that must have been.
Yeah.
Producer Robbie Minshall has found another patrol leader who can tell us a little bit more about some of those activities. Who are you with, Robbie?
I've got Osman with me. Do you want to speak to him?
G'day, Osman.
Hello.
Now, how long have you been a member of the Scout group?
I don't know, since the first
Since
day.
the beginning?
Yeah.
Founding member.
Yeah.
So what do you like about being a member of the Scout group? What do you love about it?
I just like meeting new people, making new friends, and going camping, like she said, and a whole lot of new opportunities.
Okay, tell me about some of the skills that you have that I probably don't have. I can't do a fire. What else can you do?
We learned about how to tie ropes, new ropes that I never learned.
Excellent.
We also learned how to sail.
To sail?
Yeah.
Magnificent.
And we're coming up to go onto a camp now.
And where are you going for camp?
Kindleton.
Wonderful. Farrah.
Oh, Mount Cotton.
Oh, Mount Cotton. I see. Yes, Robbie.
Well, actually, Osman kept being interrupted by his big sister, who's also a patrol leader, and she's Samira.
G'day, Samira.
Hello.
Have you been with Scouts from the beginning as well?
Yep, one of those founding members too.
Excellent. So you're the older sister. So what's your age?
16.
16. Now tell me, what do you love about being in Scouts? Why do you do it as a 16-year-old?
Because as someone who's always on their phone also, it gives me the break. I enjoy it because I've learned many different skill sets. One being I've hit level 5 on sailing, which means I can go out and sail by myself.
Now, sailing's an Olympic sport. Are you thinking you might pursue it?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
I'm still practicing. Maybe in the future, that's something I can think
2032,
about.
see where we
Yeah,
are?
yeah, maybe, maybe.
16, you're the right age. So tell me, before you were a member of Scouts, so 16, so teenager, and as you said, on your phone, how did you spend your leisure time, your weekends, and how is your life different now that you are with Scouts?
Before, I've used to always go out with grandma, see a few friends on the weekends. Otherwise, you're mostly on the technology or your schoolwork also, which is not fun. But thanks to Scouts, every weekend I'm going somewhere different. I'm learning new. I'm meeting up with new Scout groups, so that helps broaden my friendship with people. So thanks to Scouts, I've even created more friends with other people from different nationality and culture and backgrounds.
That's just wonderful. Now, you're a year in, and obviously your scouting group started at the beginning of COVID. You've come through the whole COVID thing. We heard from Farrah about, from an organisational perspective, how challenging it was to figure out how to do Scouts at home.
Yep.
What was it like for you as a Scout, as a leader?
It's not as fun as it is in person. You're behind the screens. I mean, of course, funny things does happen in the background of people's houses. Otherwise, I really missed being outdoor than just look at everyone through the screen.
So you're gearing up for camp. You're getting ready for the big camp that's coming up this weekend.
Yes.
And what would you say to anybody who's, maybe interested in, like me, learning a little bit more about how to do knots or tying or sailing? That would be incredible.
Yeah.
About joining Scouts, would you recommend it, and what would you say?
I would 100% recommend it. I say
go for it. Get involved.
there's many opportunities. Especially if you're someone who loves being outdoor or is a very sporty person, there's many opportunities out there to do. You can do skiing, you can do mountain climbing, many different things.
Get out and get into it. On ABC Radio Brisbane, you are learning about the Muslim Crescent Scout Group in Logan. My name is Kat, and we are coming to you from the Logan North Library. This is a Scout group that got together just before the pandemic, and they've made it through their first year. Farrah Scott, as the founder, what are your hopes for the year ahead?
Well, we hope now to obviously get bigger and better, after 6 months roughly out of COVID, where we can meet in person again. So now we're really getting a handle on how to run activities and programs and engage the kids. So we hope to, go forward and get stronger, more experience and more fun there for the kids.
And can I ask you, Farrah, what was it that brought you to Scouting? I mean, you talked about wanting to set up something for the community, and then you sort of found Scouts. Had you had much history with Scouts prior?
When I was young, I was a brownie, but not actually a scout or a girl guide. So I remember that, the fun, the badge work, making friends. So that's what, I wanted to bring, when I talked to the Scout organisation about it, just a wide range, as the other Scouts have touched on, of the variety of areas that you can go to. Scouts divides up into aquatic-based activities, land-based activities, and those core skills of camping and things. So there's so many opportunities, and the organisation, it gives you such good support and provides so many amazing leaders. It's just an awesome opportunity for all the kids and the leaders. As leaders, we get free training. So we have to learn the skills so that we can teach it to the kids. So it's a great thing both for the parents and adults as it is for the kids.
We might find out a little bit more in a moment about what it takes to start up a scout group. If you're listening, you might be keen to start up one in your own area. But Robbie Minchell has found another scout in the Logan North Library. Who have you found, Robbie?
I've found the naughtiest scout in the whole of Logan.
Oh, dear.
She's a really big girl, and her name's Samira. Hi, Samira.
Hi.
Samia, how old are you?
I don't know.
5. And what do you do at Scouts?
I play with my friends, and I also like to go sailing, and I like craft.
Craft. And what have you made?
I know what she's going to make. She's going to make some new thongs because she's just broken these now.
That's all right. Now, Samia, what do you think the best thing about being a scout is? Is it
Going
playing with your friends?
sailing.
Going sailing. I think I got to get into this scouting business. So how do we do it, Farrah? How do we, if we're keen, get into Scouts, or if there isn't a scout group in our local area that would suit you, what do you do to actually get one going?
You contact Scout headquarters, and so they will. There's a whole process that you go through. You'll meet with all the management. They'll discuss with you all the expectations of Scouts. Then you register, and then there's a whole lot of training that you have to do. So they don't just throw you out there and start a scout group. So you have to do all the training, both on person and in person and online, and make sure you've got all the skills. You understand all the rules and regulations, and then once they're confident with that, and then they'll launch you to society as a scout group.
Well, thank you so much for coming down to the Logan North Library to tell us a little bit more about your scouting group. And thank you to the Scouts who have been here today. All the best getting ready for the big camp and all of the other wonderful skills. And we'll be keeping an eye out on our sailing contenders in the Olympics. Should we get them in 2032? You just never know. We could have some Olympians in the room this afternoon. Farrah Scott, congratulations on all you've achieved. And thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
On ABC Radio Brisbane, if you'd like to find out, just head to the Scouts website, Scouts Queensland. If you're in the Logan area and you'd like to look at being a part of the Muslim Crescent Scout group in Logan, you can find links to them via the Scouts Queensland website, or just look for those key search terms in your favourite search engine. My name is Kat. Steve Austin is joining you shortly on ABC Radio Brisbane. It's 20